Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ultimate guide for Scum. And yes, Trinity went, Trinity's flight was today, so she went back to London. And last time I wanted to surprise her with a vehicle when I thought she needed, to sort out some things before she goes back to London. But she didn't go anywhere, so I wanted to surprise her with a vehicle, but she really wants the outer walls around the base. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Okay, I'm going to be showing you guys how I do outer walls for a base. And the first thing that I focus on is I start with the tweak foundations. And I just snap it to the outside of my other foundations, but just the blueprints. Just the blueprints. You can complete them if you want to, okay? Because when you complete them, it's a little bit easier to, see the alignment and how that goes. And it's not going to be a lot of work. So I'm just going to grab the chainsaw, cut down a tree, complete those two foundations, and then show you guys how I do it. Okay, so there we go. There we go. Okay, so now what I do is I go to the wall, right here, the first one, wooden wall, and I try and look at the distances. Okay, I know a wall, you can make a 3 meter piece. Okay, a 3 meter piece is a solid piece. You guys can see there, 3 meters solid. Less than 3 meters is not a nice solid piece. 3 meters is a solid piece. 4 meters is a solid piece. Okay, and then 5 meters. 5 meters is a solid piece as well. So, but usually I want to build a 10 meter piece. So that's what I think of when I'm building. I'm liking this is 3, 6, 9, 12. This is about 12 meters. So if I start the 10 meter wall here, then, I'm going to be 2 meters short here. And then from this 2 meters, if I make a 5 meter wall, I'm going to be 3 meters past. Okay, but I might want to go further. I might want to go further than that. Okay, so I might want to go 5 meters here, and then I'll start the wall here and just see what I'm left with on that side. So because the foundations is 3 meters and I'm sitting with a 12 meter piece here, I'm rather going to start from this side because I want to come quite a bit out here. I don't want it to be too tight so that we can get to the logs. And then, whatever happens here happens. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start the wall here so I can build another 5 meter piece this way. Okay. So I just turn it, wait for it to go green. Okay. And then I just want to control it like this. Like, I just want to get the alignment. If you guys can see there, I just want to get the alignment. You see that white line on the outside? I want to get that to the edge. Just want to get that nicely on the edge. And then I just want to get back until it's green. I can even move my mouse. But I don't really like moving the mouse because that causes a little bit of instability for me. So I'm rather just going to move back until it goes green. Okay. And there I go, and I look there. I'm happy with that. So now I'm gonna walk this way. Okay, and the first wall I'm gonna free place. I can hold in shift, and looks like shift is snapping it very nicely. Shift snaps a wall to a certain angle. So I think if I get there, that's very close. Very close. So if I snap it like this, I'm just going to see how close it is here. Just going to quickly see how close it is there. It's almost touching there. It's basically almost touching here. So I like the line. It's not perfect, but it's not bad either. Okay, and I'm fine with this, Maybe it's 4.8 meters but I'm still going to be able to put a 5 meter piece here. But the two things that I focus on is planning the wall ahead so I know I can put a 5 meter piece down here. I'll basically plan what I'm going to do on the other side. And then, of course, using these to get my alignment. If holding shift, because shift snaps it for you. Let me explain that to you. At the moment, I'm free. You see the angle? I can control the angle, but if I hold shift, it's going to lock in 45-degree angles, okay? So I'm locking it within 45-degree angles. And remember, the other one was 180, but now this is 90. Okay, so that's why I say the first one I like to free place the first one, and I'm quite full of nonsense. I am full of nonsense, so I'll just come and stand like this, see what the gap is like there. I'm just gonna see what's the biggest gap I can get here, and then I'm gonna, like, if you guys are full of nonsense, just stand here, see what's the biggest gap you can get there. The gap looks fine. Gap looks fine. So I use this. Now I can destroy this if I want to. Make sure the arrow is out. The arrow must always point outwards, okay? Because your barbed wire is going to go out. And that, yeah, make sure if you want to turn the wall, you have to do it before you add the materials to it. You can flip it this way and you can flip it that way. And yeah, then the other thing that I focus on is 2 walls must always be the inner walls, 2 walls must always be the outer walls. So these 2 walls are going to be the inner walls, and then the wall that goes down like this, I'm going to snap to the outside of this wall. And I want to make sure that the wall that I place on that side of the base is also an inner wall. So I put the outer wall on the outer side of this wall, and then I put that wall down there on the outer, snap to the outer side of this wall as well, so that everything snaps perfectly, okay? Lines up perfectly, no gaps, no nothing. And I'll show you guys that when I make the second wall, what I do to just make sure there's no gaps. And then we might run into trouble where if you put the blueprint down, sometimes it doesn't want to make 2 solid 5-meter pieces. And if we run into that, we'll solve that problem as well. Now, if you don't have a lot of trees around you, then you can get the resources to the wall the way you want. But what I usually do is I make sure I have space for 1 branch in my backpack, okay, and then I just dump all the logs here. Just basically dump all the logs here. And I only need 8. I only need 8 logs. But with the chainsaw, I need 40. 40, and I'm going to use... No, I can't use the chainsaw, but no, I can use the chainsaw. There is still fuel. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, even 8. Oh, I need 8 logs. Okay? So I'll put the 8 logs down there, and then I'm just going to put the next 8 logs down next to that. So I need 6 logs and a branch. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the 6 logs. I'm going to take the 6 logs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the branch. And then I'm just going to place it down where I need to place the second wall. I like to have enough resource for 2 walls. Okay, so once again, I can do the same. I can just look like this. And I usually just turn the camera so I can do exactly the same thing. I'm going to put down my branch here. And I'm just going to place down the logs here. Okay. Just place down all the logs here. Okay. Get the wheelbarrow out of the way. And then the outer walls takes the most amount of knife uses. Okay. You don't really want to use a tool that is important to you. So I've got a cleaver on me. I've got a normal knife that I don't care about. And I think I had a kitchen knife here as well. Okay. But you can take this cleaver, which is on 61.6%, put it in your hand, and then holding shift and press F on the wall. Okay. And then this one's going to be at 58.5%. Okay, so it prioritizes the one that's in your hand. So just just use that as a little tip. And other than that, you just need the planks, which we've got here, and then you need the sticks. Now, what I do with a branch, again, you can be more specific about this if you want to, but I use an improvised hatchet or an axe that I get because I want 5 small sticks from every long stick that I cut up. But what I basically do is I cut up this branch, and then I just cut 5 long sticks into short sticks because that's enough to complete the wall. I don't go and cut every single long stick into short sticks because I'm just liking carrying a branch to the new wall is not that bad. But again, if you don't have a lot of trees around you, yes, then you want to then you want to cut every single long stick into short sticks because you've got limited resources. But if you don't have limited resources, then it's just, for me personally, it's just faster this way. Okay? I think that is number 4, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's number 4. And I think that's number 5. Okay, but that's how I do it. I cut 5 long sticks into short sticks, and then I should be able to complete the wall with the sticks. So there's those sticks. There. Okay? And that's it. I almost have no sticks left. I basically have no sticks left. But I've completed the sticks for the wall. Okay? And that's how I like doing it. And then of course I'm just going to add some fuel to the chainsaw. I've got fuel in here, but even if I don't have fuel in here, I can just use the vehicle. I can always just use the vehicle. So I'm going to take the chainsaw. And then I don't know exactly where. Okay, there it is. Okay, so I'm just going to put that there. I'm going to take it in my hands. I'm going to add fuel, which is only 1 use from that. And that's it. Make sure I keep the doors closed. Very good to have a habit to close the doors. And then I'm gonna cut these, and then I'm gonna cut these, just holding F on the log, cut into wooden planks. And I'm just gonna cut 8 of it, finish the wall, and that's how long a 10-meter piece takes me, guys. That's literally how long a 10-meter piece takes me. And with a chainsaw, it's really, really fast. So here's the snapping part. Okay, I take the wall. I look with first person into the wall. I need it to snap. I used to look down, but that doesn't always work perfectly. So I need to be in line with it. And then I need it to snap. Okay? You see, I need to put it behind the wall, and then I need it to snap right in my face, and then I press F. Okay? And then again, it should snap. It should use, the first wall's angle. And then I just go. 10 meters is the max. And then I just flip it. Make sure this looks all right. I think it moved a little bit. I think it moved a little bit. So just Alt-C to do the last blueprint. It's just Alt-C to do the last blueprint. And okay, we're sitting with 0 degrees, yeah? Seems stable. Okay, there is stable. And I just do exactly the same steps. Exactly the same steps. And that's how I roll. And the other thing that I need you guys to focus on is, if you can do whatever you want, guys. I'm just trying to explain to you what's most effective with my experience. You don't want more than 1 door. Okay, our door is clearly going to be here. Probably not over this bush, probably somewhere around here. Okay, the bush makes it a little bit meh. We might even put the door here. Just so that we're not struggling with the bush, So I might put the door here. Although the ground starts really sloping here. So I might put the door here. Although you don't want people to be able to sit in a bush. Although here's a few bushes that they can sit in as well. So that doesn't really matter. But all I'm saying is try to have one door. You can't have more than one BCU lock on your base. And a BCU lock is a really good deterrent for people that lockpick or use lockpicking scripts or just use exploits or whatever. A BCU lock is a really good deterrent for someone just burning through your locks. Okay? So try and have one entrance when it comes to your outer walls. If you want to have more, that's your choice. I'm just saying I am only going to have one wall, one entrance, to make it, to give the raider more effort to get in here. If anyone is asking themselves, what does Luthais mean with outside? What does Luthais mean with an inner wall and an outer wall? Well, this wall in front of me is an inner wall. And to make the wall that goes that way an outer wall, I have to start on the outer side of this wall. Outer side of the wall, press F. But now we're going 45. You see, I'm holding in shift to change. I'm not free, I'm not free placing it. I'm holding shift because I can get a nice 90-degree angle on that. Okay? I'm going backwards here. And no matter what I think, guys, that I might feel like, no, this is better. You might think like, no, this is better. No, hold it in. This is the right angle. Okay, because for your wall, for the corners of all four walls to line up, you need to be placing them 90 degrees. Okay, at 90 degrees, and you need this wall to be the outer wall, that wall to be the outer wall, and this one and that one to be the inner wall. Okay, to get a perfect line up when you're at the end, so that your corner, your final corner doesn't overlap or look ugly. So all these things, all these small little things are quite important. Like I say, we've got more than enough walk space over here, okay? And whatever we did over here, you guys can see that if I look through the blueprint, this is the line of my wall, so I'll have about 3 meters back here. You see, I'll have about 3 meters back here, so I'm happy with that as well. If I want to go wider, I will go wider. It won't mean that my flag is outside the walls, but I don't mind. There are people that when they get raided, they repair their base from the flag. Okay, on my servers, the flag can't be taken over. So those are all, the exploitee flag repair thing I don't care about. I don't use it. And people have used it against me, and I found it really, really sad for people to use something like that when they're getting raided. But again, if you want to have your flag inside your wall area, then just extend it, or place, or destroy the flag and move the flag closer. We can do that now. We can destroy the flag and move it closer. But again, I don't care about it. So I'm not, but you've got that option. Before you place mines, before you add defenses to your base, destroy your flag, plant your flag again, but have the resources for a new flag on you. So that when you destroy it, you plant another flag. Not destroy it and come back tomorrow and plant the flag, because someone else could plant the flag and then your entire base belongs to them. The only thing that gives you ownership of everything you've built is that flag. The flag that you have placed down. Okay, so a flag is extremely, extremely important. But in any case, let me finish here and see what we come up with. Now, guys, I know that everyone wants to fly a plane in Scum. Okay, I know flying a plane is fun and, exciting and fast and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, it's only the most competitive clans that can fly a plane, that can keep a plane, or can keep getting their plane back. Because every time someone raids you, they're going to take your plane. And every time then you have to go find your plane again. So it's basically just clans that raid actively a lot that can keep a plane. So I'm not saying don't make this door, okay? I'm not saying don't craft the airplane door, okay? Having the airplane door is cool. Okay, having an airplane door is cool. I would like to have an airplane door, but I have to be realistic. I'm doing a guide for you guys. I'm playing with a new player. yes, I am going to show you guys everything, but I would rather make an extension for the plane. I would rather build another section on here and make a hangar here, like a place where I'm going to park the plane. Instead of planning that I'm going to build the plane in here for the simple reason that our whole base design, if we want the base design to be neat and flush, we need to work with 5-meter pieces. But this airport wall is not 5 meters. Okay, the airport wall is not 5 meters. Because if you just put a wall blueprint into this blueprint, that's 10 meters. Okay, and now Alt-C. That's another 2 meters. That's another 2 meters. Okay, so the airport door isn't 10 meters, it's 12 meters. So now you're not going to have 5-meter pieces protecting your base. And the reason you want a 5-meter piece is because a 5-meter piece is going to have the most amount of health. The shorter your wall is, shorter than 5 meters, the less the HP. So if you've got a 2-meter piece in your base, so for me to line up these walls, I have to make a 2-meter piece wall. I have to make a 2-meter piece wall down there, or I have to make a 5-meter piece and add a 2-meter piece down there. But that will be my weak spot, because the raiders will walk around my base and look for the smallest wall to go through. Okay? So that will be a weakness in the base. So if you want to make an airport door, I've got no problem with that, guys. I've got absolutely no problem with that. Just add it later. Get the plane first, and then you make the hangar. For now, okay, just go for the basics. This big door, okay, the double door for cars, you can see it's snapping automatically. If I hold in shift, it unsnaps. But you can see there, okay, it's exactly, look at that. It's exactly 5 meters, guys. It's exactly 5 meters, okay? So putting it here is perfect. Putting it over here is perfect. I could make it a little bit further this way, but I think this is going to work out nicely. 1 5-meter piece. I want us to have a little bit more space in the front yard. I want us to have a little bit more space. So this is a 5-meter piece. I'm going to add a 5-meter piece to it, and then I'm going to go that way. Okay, hope you guys understand what I'm saying. If you've got any questions, please leave it down in the comments below. And yeah, we'll be back when he's done. Okay, remember how I stood? Remember at that wall, I stood on the outside because I wanted to be an outer wall. But that wall and this wall, I want it to be an inner wall. So again, click on the wall, but I'm not going to stand here and snap it to the outer part of this wall, because I want that wall and this wall to be an inner wall. Only this wall and that wall is an outer wall. So now I'm going to stand inside it. Okay, I'm going to stand inside the wall, snap it there. And then hold in shift to get a 45-degree angle. Make it 10 meters. Flip it. Make sure it's nice and perfect. Ignore the thing. And then again, because this is in my hand, this is going to be used for the knife usage. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call perfect alignment. Perfect alignment. Outer wall, inner wall. Outer wall, inner wall. Perfect alignment. Beautiful, beautiful alignment. Now I just want to put the blueprint down of the door quickly. And there we go. If you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor and click that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button. And then next to the subscribe button is a bell button. Click the bell button, select all to be notified of future videos. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.